Hey everyone, it's Tiffany at A Different Chick Farm and Orchards, and it is Friday here on the farm. It is around 8:30. It is about 52 degrees. What we are going to do today, or right now, is harvest our lettuce for market tomorrow, and our greens and our kale, and I'm going to show you how we do it. We want to do it first thing in the morning because after your lettuce and kale and greens have sat all night, they have all those juices back in there. They don't bleed. They're not ready to push all that energy out yet. So what happens when you cut in the middle of the day or when it starts to get warmer, they start pushing those juices out, and oftentimes you will end up getting a bitter lettuce or a bitter green. So we try to avoid that. So we do these things first thing in the morning. So first thing we're going to do is our mixed greens. So I've got back here, you'll see those beautiful red and green colors. That is most of our salad mix. So I will be cutting it. Now it is cut and come again, which means you can cut it and then let it grow and then come back again for it later. So I have got a lot of different varieties here. We've got this beautiful green frilly lettuce. This is actually just a salad bowl blend that I have acquired once upon a time. So we've got this pretty green frilly. We've got this pretty red frilly. Got a few just regular type varieties also. We've got this one. This is actually called a deer tongue. And then we've got this one that is a really pretty red and green. So our customers always love that beautiful color scheme that they get with our salad mixes. Now, there is this wonderful great machine. They sell it at Farmer's Friend, and it is a greens cutter. And you hook it up to a DeWalt drill, and you just go across your lettuce and it cuts it for you, and it's great and it saves time. We're not quite to that point, but maybe next year. Right now we have to do everything by hand as far as that goes, which isn't such a bad thing. And it's kind of fun and it's relaxing. And I enjoy it. And there's a little weed. We don't want that guy. So we're going to put him in the middle of the row and let him die off. I could make you all watch this entire thing of me cutting all of this lettuce, but I'm not going to because you will get bored out of your mind. So instead, I'm going to go to our next thing, which is going to be, and by the way, we do have spinach here, another type of lettuce, which is already starting to bolt. Most everything is going to have to come out of here except for the kale, probably this weekend or next. We've got some mustard greens, so some of those will actually go. The ones that have not bolted, they'll go into our salad mix. We've got some Swiss chard and some beets. We use the beets for beets and beet greens. So next on our list is going to be kale. So as you can see, we have quite a big variety of kale. I try to get every type that we can. We've got the dinosaur kale. Now, we are an organic farm, as most of you all know, so we do not spray. So sometimes you will get some little bug bites, and that's okay. It doesn't hurt anything, and we try to avoid that, but it does happen sometimes. Bugs tend to really enjoy the Lucento kale for whatever reason. But so what we do when we pick our kale is you want to go at the bottom, which is where your stalks are going to be the biggest, and you're just going to pick it right off at the bottom. So that's how you're going to get that one. Can't remember what that one's called. We've got a curly kale, blue scotch, I think is what this one is. This is actually red Russian. So very pretty, really nice, great flavor. Now, what you always want to remember is when you're picking your kale and your greens, this little part that's left right in the middle, that's just barely growing, you do not want to pick those greens. That's where the life of that plant's going to be. So your plant's going to get taller and taller and taller as you pick leaves from the outside, but you don't want to pick them from the inside because then you're going to take its energy away. So remember that when you're picking your kale. So, usually in our bunches of kale, we try to put about 10 stems. Right here we've got, let's see, 8. So, that's a pretty good big bunch of kale. Probably bigger than you're going to get in the grocery store. So, you add 2 to that. And that is what we sell our kale bunches for. So, this is what you get when you order our kale. Now, next, because you're not going to want to watch me harvest all this kale, and I also have kale in another spot, so to save time, we're going to go to the lettuce heads now. So we've got our greens mixtures here, our kale here, and we've got our lettuce heads over there. So for the lettuce heads, we have got these handy dandy produce crates. This one is about on its last leg, I believe. Nope, there we go. So these are great. They last forever. We actually acquired these through a friend who was going out of his greenhouse business and gave them to us. He actually did greenhouse, and these are actually produce crates. And it's IFCO. They have a lot of different sizes, which are great for harvesting all kinds of different stuff. They got small and large. We also use these when we go to get plants that we have either killed or plants that we didn't want to grow or we couldn't find seeds from Banner Greenhouse in North Carolina. So we can use these, and they stack. And when they stack, they're secure, so they won't go anywhere. So you can put plants in here and stack them and get a whole lot more in your vehicle than you could previously. So back to lettuce heads. So I kind of have my way blocked over here with some of the brassicas that never got planted. Who's to say if they're going to get planted at this point? They may just like stick there and stay. So we have got, we have an iceberg head back here. I didn't know we had any of those. So that one's not going to market. That's going to me because I have been wanting a salad or a wedge salad like they do at Outback. And they don't do it anymore. So if you go to Outback and look for a wedge salad, they don't do it. It had blue cheese and balsamic vinegar and bacon bits and tomatoes. And it's so good, and they don't do it anymore. And that was my favorite thing to order. So I'm going to just have to do it myself here at home. So we've got these, and I believe these are called, I usually have stickers for these things. They may be May Queen, it may be something else. Actually, that does become an iceberg type. So we cut down here at the bottom, right where the root is. As you see, you got a little roly-poly here because we don't spray. We don't care about those things. Well, you know, and there's a little slug there. You're going to have slugs when you don't spray. So we're just going to throw these leaves out. They're going to compost. And now you have this big, beautiful head of lettuce. Nice, crisp, delicious head of lettuce. That's not going to be bitter because I didn't pick it in the heat of the day. I picked it in the morning time. So we're going to take this back to the house and we're going to wash it before it gets ready for market. But we've got a few more heads to pick before then, because our market customers love big heads of lettuce. So let's see. That one's mine, and I'm going to need to pick this one back here, I believe. We might let that one grow. So most of these have bolted, which is very, very, very sad. But I do have a few Butter Crunch over here that are looking quite nice. So here's one of our heads of Butter Crunch. Now, you can, there's a humongous slug right there. Look at that sucker. So he's going to go out. Hopefully find himself somewhere else besides our greenhouse for tomorrow. So we've got this beautiful head of Butter Crunch lettuce. Now what I've noticed in the stores, most of these places sell these as a living head. So it can be a living head, especially if you pull it out of the ground with the roots, but there's really no need to do that. But they sell heads of lettuce like this with or without the roots for $3.99, $4. And they're not even organic most of the time. So we sell ours for $4 a head. So if you are interested in heads of lettuce, $4 a head. Nice. That'll definitely serve your family, serve you as a huge meal or a couple meals. Now, I have another one, and this guy was supposed to be Butter Crunch. And he might be a type of Butter Crunch. But he is headed up like an iceberg. So it's got a nice tight little head in there. He's different, and it's okay to be different. Especially when you save seeds, you're going to get different sometimes. So this little guy is pretty cool, but he'll be up for sale tomorrow too. So I think that is it as far as picking our greens and our kale and our heads of lettuce. I don't quite have any beets to pull right now. We actually try to save a lot of our early produce that's coming in small quantities for our CSA customers. Our CSAs are on Tuesdays. We deliver and we offer pickup also. So we try to save our specialty stuff for those customers because they've supported us. They've helped our farm to grow these things. So they always get first pick of what we have. If there's not enough of something to take to market, they get it. So remember that when it's CSA time. We do offer a spring, summer, fall, and winter CSA. The summer and fall and winter you can still purchase online. Spring is about over, so you can't get that one, but the other ones are still available. So if you're interested, go to our website, adifferentchickfarm.com, and check out our produce section with the CSAs and get you a CSA coming for the following seasons. So I believe that is going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. And I think I'm going to go inside and have me a big glass of sweet tea. I don't start my mornings off with coffee. Sweet tea is my thing. So see y'all later. Bye.